Yo, this Wrestling Color Podcast. Right here on YouTube. I'm Stephanie. If you hear a lot of commotion in the background, it's my boo upstairs doing his thing. With the video games, and he done built a Ford, child. Listen. So anyway, I was minding my business on the internet, and I came across some things, and I was like, what? So WWE done did some more releasing on top of the other releasing that they did. So we gonna talk about this releasing, because the people that they releasing, I'm kind of like, what's going on? Something's going on. Something's coming down the pipeline. They talking about budget cuts and shit. Listen, that Saudi Arabia deal, the TV deal with Peacock, they making money hand over fist. I don't know what's going on, unless they trying to downsize and consolidate the company, so when they go back on tour, they don't have to spend that much money. But the funny thing is, when it comes to travel and hoteling, the superstars pay for their own things, because they do that bullshit independent contractor shit, but let's just dive into this. I was about to I got another video I'm about to post after this, so y'all gonna get a double whammy on some thoughts of some things that went on with the Velveteen Dream. I thought that was something I needed to discuss, but I haven't posted it yet, but I will be posting it, so look out for that. Now, we're gonna just take the opportunity to go through this list of people, specifically this list, because this list is hitting, and I think it's more good for them than bad. And I'm going to say that because y'all have a tendency to say WWE rejects, and there's no rejects on this list. Well, except for the one I'm about to talk about, because I'm not a fan of his. But maybe outside WWE, he's useful. I don't know where he would be useful at, but let's get into it. So, WWE has released today Braun Stroman and Aleister Black. Let's talk about these two people real quick. Braun Stroman. First of all, he was just vying for the WWE Championship. He was a champion coming out. He's always running in a circle. Everyone seems to enjoy his nonsense. I just thought it was really funny because they literally ran a storyline for the remainder of his contract these last couple of months of him being stupid. I have a juice. I got a drink. He was being, told that he was big and stupid and a big dummy, and he looks like a dummy, and all he does is run around and break up stuff because he's a dummy and stupid. And so, they insert him in places where he doesn't need to be. He's running people into, the LED boards. He's in the title scene because Vince has a homoerotic fixation on big, burly, muscular, hairy, wet, beefy men. If y'all haven't realized that, I'm here to tell you that's what it is. I mean, I'm sure he's comfortable in his sexuality, but his fixation on these type of wrestlers is also something that's destroying this company on a public scale. I don't know about monetary wise, because apparently y'all said they're making a lot of money. So Braun Strowman. Will Braun Strowman be useful anywhere? I don't think so, because I think he's like the quintessential WWE guy. I don't see where he would go and not reek of WWE. So that was the first one. Aleister Black, which is Thea Trinidad's husband, aka Zelina Vega. Y'all said she was coming back. I don't think it's happening. Aleister Black, last time I saw Aleister Black, he came out, black masked, Big E, fucked him over with his title run, his title wrestling thing he was doing on SmackDown, looked back and left. He had days and days of these vignettes, which were well produced. They kept putting him in the closet. Let me tell y'all something. And this is why I'm about to get pissed off just thinking about this. Because let me tell y'all something. I followed Aleister Black from NXT. I followed Aleister Black from his whole NXT reign. And this man, it was no way to fuck this man up. And I'm really not understanding how they managed to fuck him up. I'm going to tell you how. From the creaky sound on the back of his when he raised up out the floor, taking him off of NXT too soon numerous times. They had him doing tag teaming with Tommaso Ciampa, and Tommaso ended up getting his neck hurt, remember? Then he went back down, did his last triumphant return to NXT, and then he ended up on Raw. Y'all had him looking a fool for most of Raw, had him doing these monologues, had him losing, had him wayward with no direction. Then he ended up in the closet, and he was always in the closet talking about how he's going to come out the closet, and who's going to come knock on the door. Remember that whole shit? Who's going to knock on the door? And when the person knock on the door, they have a great match, and nothing comes of the shit. Okay? There is something seriously wrong with creative and with the three people that are Bruce Pritchard, Vince McMahon, and whoever that other ugly guy is who be fucking up them camera shots during the live where you can't see and you missing all the action because he go to camera 2, go to camera 3, and you fucking about to have a fucking epileptic seizure. Whoever that other guy is in them buck ass teeth. How do you fuck up Aleister Black? It's no way you can sit here and call him a reject. Absolutely not. I won't accept it. Next person on the list. The company also parted ways with Ruby fucking Riott. Let's talk about Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott never got a chance. Ruby Riott is a worker. Ruby Riott is a savage in that ring. I watched Ruby Riott all through NXT. Y'all called Ruby Riott up. And because Vince sees no value in women that look like Ruby Riott, she's short, she built, stocky build, tatted up, and she's not fuckable. And because she's not fuckable, she was never used. She was part of the Riott Squad, which included Liv Morgan and, oh shit, what's the girl name, y'all? Sarah Logan. They were the only solidified tag team stable in the women's division. Then you took Liv, you broke them up after Liv got her brains kicked out by one of the Bella twins. Y'all went on to break them up. Liv went on to go through all of this bullshit y'all put her through. That girl done lived more lives on the WWE, and she ain't but 26 years old. I think she's 24 years old, matter of fact. Had her doing all kinds of dumb shit. Liv is still signed. Now she's definitely on her own. Ruby Riott was in a feud with Natty. Y'all put her through a table because she kept telling Natty how her daddy don't like her, and she fucked up Natty's, stomped on her father's glasses. That was probably the most notable feud Ruby Riott was in. Last time I saw Ruby Riott, she got thrown off the side buckle and a terrible snooker splash on top of her, and I'm never to see her again. Never to see her again. That's how y'all left Ruby Riott. Call Ruby Riott a reject? I got a problem with that. Last thing I posted, Ruby Riott deserves better. Along with Shayna Baszler. Shayna just got pinned by Reginald. And if you, how I feel about Reginald, look at that other video I posted about Reginald. In the women's division, mixing it up, making a fool out of people. They literally wasted Ruby Riott's time. She didn't get no, but she never got a tag team opportunity, didn't touch no belts, jobbed out to everybody, sent to the back. You know why? It's because of the way she looks. Mind you, Ruby Riott's a cute gal. Cute girl, great personality. Nothing wrong with the woman. It's the way she looks. They don't see her as fuckable. Can't do nothing with her. Then you got the opposite. Lana. Lana has been let go. Rusev is over there, the TNT champion right now. Rusev got let go a long time ago. Went on, did his thing. Lana. Let's talk about Lana. Lana is literally fuckable. Lana has been put in storylines where she has been perceived to be fucked. The worst storyline in WWE history was her and Bobby Lashley licking and sucking each other. And how did I feel about that and the ramifications about that? Go look at that other video. A big black man chopping down a tiny black woman, and y'all did just what I said y'all did. A tiny white woman, excuse me. Y'all did just what I said y'all did. It was the black joke. She getting dick down, Mandingo. All that's going on. That storyline ruined Bobby Lashley so fucking bad they had to bring MVP to get him back together. And now they're turning Bobby Lashley into some sort of pimp. Why can't he just be a black man, win a belt, and represent properly? Why does there have to be women around him and this whole idea of, oh, we partying? That's a grown fucking man. That's not a rapper. I don't even understand where they're going with this. I got the women and the champagne and the money and shit. I don't even know where they're going. Meanwhile, you look at Roman Reigns. He's the biggest, most important thing to this entire fucking company, and it shows. You know why it shows? Because I'm sitting on the edge of my seat seeing what's going on with his family and that little circle they got going on. And I'm about to not give a fuck about Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre for the 700th time over some shit I don't give a fuck about. So Lana is in the wedding angle. In comes Liv Morgan. That was a bust. Liv Morgan had a whole new persona. She ended up getting back with Ruby Riott and did nothing. Lana got paired with Naomi. And she was put through a table for 9 weeks straight. Let me not forget that. Okay. She ended up getting paired with Naomi. She got this underdog, I don't do nothing but win while I'm standing on the side storyline. Okay. She won a couple matches, got jobbed out, kicked in the head. Nothing ever came of it. Then she got paired with Naomi. They look cute. They doing their TikTok dances, having a good motherfucking time. But for the most part, she was a professional valet. Once y'all took Rusev away, she did the best she could do. But y'all did not see value in Lana outside of her being fuckable. That is the WWE creative. She's either dumb, lackluster, and fuckable. That's it. That's Lana. Waste of fucking time. Never got to touch them tag team titles. And now Naomi never will touch them tag team titles. I don't even know what's going to happen to Naomi. She did a cool. Last time I saw Lana and Naomi, they was in a match. They was in a match this past Monday. And I was half dead trying to stay open and watch it. She did this side slam. And I said, oh, that was the last time I seen Naomi and Lana in the ring together. Was this past Monday. Now Lana is gone. Naomi, to be completely honest, Naomi is really there because she's married to Jimmy Uso. They would have let her ass go a long time ago because they do absolutely nothing with Naomi. Nothing. They see no value in her for whatever reason. So, remember the guy that was knocking on Aleister Black's door that whole 6 months on Raw? Yeah, so he knocked on Aleister Black's door. And it was Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy is this anomaly that I don't even understand why WWE didn't know what to do with this man. First of all, his physique alone is magnificent. His wrestling, his selling of the wrestling moves are on par with Dolph Ziggler. You all put him in one of the worst creative storylines with Booyaka Booyaka, what's his name? 619, his son, his daughter, his mother. We had to suffer through months and months of you going back and forth with the Messiah, and we still suffering because he thinks he's the drip god in Seth Rollins. Months and months and months of y'all going back and forth. Then y'all had him kiss that damn gal, making him look like a fucking sleazy predator on TV. Then Seth left to go be a father and enjoy his real life. He was off TV because what is there to do? I don't understand how y'all fuck up Buddy Murphy. Took Buddy Murphy's name and called him Murphy. That was the beginning of the end. Called him Murphy. And watered him down. Only time they celebrated Buddy Murphy was when they went to the Super Showdown in Australia, and he was able to represent his country because he's Australian. And the same thing with the Iconics. I watched Buddy Murphy go from standing behind Alexa Bliss in that tag team, him and old boy, doing some of the best fucking work in NXT, to getting called up to the main roster, being completely destroyed, and now he's gone. I'm just completely confused. I don't even know what to say about that. It is Santana Garrett. I couldn't even tell you who that is. I know she's in NXT. They never even gave that woman a chance to get on the goddamn television. I don't even fucking know who that is. Couldn't tell you. That's what they do. There's plenty of people in NXT you ain't never gonna see. I think they just sign them so they don't go nowhere else. I think it's absolutely crazy. This comes off less than 2 months after they let go Samoa Joe, Mickie James, and the Iconics. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Outside of Braun Strowman, those other people, I don't know how you fucked them up. Literally, NXT handing them the fucking the reins of good talent. Aleister Black said, "I'm gathering my thoughts as this was a complete left field for me, as obviously we just started the Dark Father character, but this was it. Thank you so much, WWE Universe, for allowing me to create and give you small bits of myself." That was it. They literally was, he didn't even fucking know. He thought he was about to get somewhere else. It wasn't even us. We didn't even get to see what he could do. It was Vince. Vince said, "I'm done." Vince said, "I'm done." Let me tell y'all something right now. If WWE thinks I'm going to sit there and suffer through Tamina and fucking Natty with them damn belts in a non-existent, who are they wrestling? Who is the damn tag teams for Natty and fucking Tamina? I want somebody to tell me that right now. Who they wrestling? So you mean tell me Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax gonna continue to go back and forth, and these two fucking look like dick busters in Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke? They came out looking like fucking, I don't even know, like man eaters. I don't know what's going on here. You had one reputable tag team, you just broke it up, and that was in Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott. So who exactly what's going on here? You don't have a women's division. You don't have a tag team division. Then you got like a Santana Garrett. Look, she signed in 2019. She was used as enhancement talent. NXT was in the women's Royal Rumble match, and never had an opportunity to do absolutely anything. You just wasted that woman's fucking time. So in her case, she's gonna be all right because she wasn't exposed. But the rest of them was exposed and put through the fucking meat grinder. And y'all will be the first ones to talk about, oh, they rejects. Outside of Braun Strowman, give me a break. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, if Lana ends up on AEW, she should just be Braun Strowman's manager. I wouldn't even want to wrestle if I was Lana. Wrestle who? AEW does the same thing with their talent. Unless they're going to put some real stock into Lana so she could be with her husband. But I'm sure she's excited. She doesn't have to go on the road. And she could be home with her husband. Because they are a very loving couple. If you follow them two are in love with each other. Or maybe she can give Miro the kids he wants. Because he wants some kids. That's it. I just don't. I'm just floored. I'm floored by the Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy. And that leaves me to just say this before I go. With me and Yim telling people to mind their business because they want to know where the fuck is Keith Lee. I get the feeling, I got a sinking feeling that Keith Lee is coming up on that chopping block. I'm telling you. I really do. I think either Keith Lee going to go back to NXT, which would be just crazy. Y'all gave that man both titles in NXT and sent them up top. He spirit bombed Roman Reigns in one of the best SmackDowns when they got stuck in Saudi Arabia. That was one of the best fucking SmackDowns I've watched. I was so fucking... I might rewatch that and review that SmackDown. That's how fucking good that SmackDown was. When y'all motherfuckers got stuck in Saudi Arabia and couldn't run the show. And NXT invaded. These are not rejects. These people have something to give and they should be allowed the space and room to go wherever they want to go. And I hope y'all give them that space. outside of Braun Strowman. Y'all can do what y'all want with that. This is Wrestling Color Podcast. Tell me what y'all think about these releases. Hit me in the comments. Talk to y'all later.